Good afternoon. I'm in Portland, Oregon in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Here I have loaded up the High Performance H145 HEMS edition and Otago Rescue um, livery. So what I'm going to be trying out today is, as you see, kind of right up in this area, right there, will be in Vatsim. So this was something that somebody had requested inside of the simulator. So battery's not even on. Um, Somebody had requested, so we're going to give it a shot. So we're going to go ahead and jump in and get started here. So I'll just do a super quick startup here. Alright, and yes, I know the alignment should happen. I've had the battery on for too long. Dave's aware of it. It's a bug. So I think the first thing I'm actually going to do is we are going to load ourselves up with some fuel here. We're going to call that good. Yep. Alright, so our payload today, we're going to be picking up one person. Oh goodness, that person does not weigh anywhere near that. Let's say about 225. I think that's good. So we will validate and go to previous. Total weights within. We have AEO hover in and out of ground. We have CAT A VTOL and OEI 2 minute and 30 seconds out of ground. So no limitations on the aircraft due to the weight. All right, we do have power up test okay. So we'll continue on forward. Whoop, that was only supposed to be one clicky. All right, so fire bot 1, bot 2 used. Where's it at? Bot 1, bot 2 test. EXT bot 1, bot 2 fire. Good test on 1. Alright, fire bot 1, bot 2 used. Fire engine 2, I hear the bell, I hear Betty. Fire bot 1, bot 2 test. EXT bot 1, bot 2 fire. Alright, so that's all good. Alright, we're going to go lamp test here. Waiting for it, waiting for it. Alright, right there. We have all of those indications. Training light should light up, but no matter. Training doesn't work anyway. So we have all our lights on the autopilot control panel. So good lamp test there. So coming on down, we're going to turn on the anti-collision lights. Primes 1 and 2. Clear left, clear right, and clear on 1. Alright, blades are turning in, 1 is on the rise. Alright, engine 1 oil pressure's on the rise. Engine 1 oil temperature is rising. Alright, there's ignition. Starter dropout. We are at idle. Hydraulic pressures are on the rise. Next thing we'll be looking for is that main gearbox to come up. Alright, NR is alive. And we have correlation between the VMS and FND displays. So still waiting on that main gearbox. I know this is kind of a known thing. Alright, engine is stabilized at idle, looking for 78% on the triple tack, and there we go, main gearbox oil pressure is alive. Alright, so we're going to come up top here, S1 and hold. So there we go, low pressure high 2 down on 1, or down on 2 up on 1. Then we go 4 back left and right. Pedals are correlated. Collective is good. Good test on that. Coming here. Low pressure there is out and system 2 is restored. I've remapped my keyboard shortcuts here, so I'm still a little bit. Oh, no, we already did that one. Alright, there we go. Hide 1, tail rotor shut off. which of course we should not get until we have Hide 1 low pressure. So it should be low pressure first, then tail rotor off, but no matter. Down on 1, up on 2. Go fore, aft, left, and right. Pedals and collective. Good. Check on system 1. Alright, we're ready to start engine 2. So engine 2 starter is engaged. Got start up top, start on the bottom. N1 is on the rise. Engine oil pressure, engine 2 pressure and temperature both on the rise. Looking for ignition. Of course, we should have had ignition at about 20%, but at any rate, there is ignition on engine 2. We switched to idle. Generator 2 is online. Alright, temperatures, pressures all in normal operating range. Pulling 10 amps from each generator and pushing 25 back to the battery. So that's a good start on 2. Gonna come on up here. This is, we redo the lamp test so that we can check all 3 of these. And that is a good test there. So we're gonna come up here. We'll roll back off of lamp and we go to flight. While we're holding flight, we would look at this. This should go to 50 to let me know my radar altimeter is up and working and everything's good to go. And that's good there. And of course I should have brought my consumers on before I did that, so it helps to have the checklist up and not do this from memory. Alright, primes off, transfers on. Anti-collisions on. We're going to go strobe for now and arm the emergency exit lights. Alright, 1 and 2 are at idle. Pre-flight test is okay. Alright, autopilots are online, so that's a good check there. I'm going to break it down 1. We got SAS AFCS disengaged in yellow. Autopilot warning down here. AP 1 and 2 offline. All of our trims offline. Pitch roll and yaw in yellow. And all 4 of these SEMAs are now offline. Nope, just kidding. Alright, second cut. Alright, SAS turns to red. Now we got backup SAS as a caution down here. Backup is red. Pitch, roll, and yaw turn to red. And these 3 are offline. Now we're going to go fore, aft, right, left. So good trim on that. Just going to reset. And I want to test something real quick. I think this resets it to... It does. Okay. And now build it back up. Autopilots are back online. Go ahead and turn the weather radar on. To get our avionics system. Get rid of that red right there. Everything there looks good. Let's look at our controls real quick. Everything there looks good. So we're going to come on back here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pull this out. We'll jump in on this, and let's go ahead and spool us up a mission. So we're going to go to the High Performance Group's missions HEMS. We're going to do a nearby mountain accident. Alright, and we're going to do this one a little bit further away than I've been doing it, because I want to try to get it into the mountains. And I don't know if that's in the mountains or not. I'm not familiar with the area, but you know what? We're just going to accept the dispatch. Looks like it's in the woods, so that should make things interesting for us. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our ATIS here, and I'm going to go ahead and go nearest airport. We're going to add that to the flight plan. Come on. Or not, you know. Alright, there we go. So now I can get my information. We're going to drop that in, swap it in, and monitor 2. Alright, so there we go. Oh, I'm going to get these memorized yet. Alright, I don't think we have... So we have... Oh, you know what? 128,350 is what they're wanting. Yeah, I did. Okay, 128,350. Alright, let me get this cockpit all set up here, and I will call for a clearance. What was that? 3021. Alright, so... Wow. That is no joke. 2-1. 3021. Alright, 3021 set left, set right, set center. Looks good there. I filed for 2,500, so I think we should be good. Broken at 2,500. And now let's look here. What happened to my... Well, it appears to have dropped my mission, so we're going to abort it. There we go. Alright, we're all looking good now. Alright, lovely. I'm assuming. Let me get over here. I'm assuming you're talking about this guy right here. In front of the door with the red knob. Yep, so that's a jettison. You push that, and there's a little lever down in there that's going to pull down on that, and the same thing on the other one. It's going to release. See from the outside here if you can see it. There we go. So it's going to release these right here, and the door is going to fall off the aircraft. Good afternoon, Portland ground. November 145 Alpha Hotel is at the GA ramp with information Kilo. Request VFR to the southeast. Oh, hey, it helps to have your radios on the right dadgum channel. Let's try that again. I'm not sure. 132.275. Yeah, I'm not sure who that went out to, but let's try that. Let's try that again. Good morning, Portland ground. November 145 Alpha Hotel at the GA ramp with information Kilo. Request VFR to the southeast with flight following. Yeah, I'm sitting. I'm on column 2 now. I'm not sure why it's showing. Whoop, that's not what I wanted. I'm not sure why it is showing. Oh my goodness. Get back. There we go. It's showing Portland ground 132.275. The Vatsim, the guy is on 121.900. Just out of curiosity. Oh, of course. 132.275. That's why right there. I don't remember doing that, but 1516 for 145 Alpha Hotel. All right, over to tower on 12377. Give me just a second to get that alert up. Portland ground 145 Alpha Hotel. I'm not seeing the alert bar you're talking about. Sounds good. Appreciate the help. Over to 123,775. Portland Tower, November 145, Alpha Hotel at the Alert Barn. Good afternoon. I am ready for takeoff for a VFR departure to the southeast with flight following. One 1516 now active for 45 Alpha Hotel. Mm. Well, that hasn't happened in a while. That sucks. So I completely obliterated my computer a while, about 2 3 weeks ago, and rebuilt it, wiped everything. I was having trouble with this, and looks like it has come back. Well, that was once. It happened once. I'm not going to say it has come back, but I've only got a 3060, so I'm sure that once it's streaming and flying the sim, it's a little taxing on it. Now it doesn't tell me there's anything actually wrong with it. And I'm sure there's a way to get to the crash report. I just haven't invested the time that it takes to get to it. So now we get to do that all over again. This time we're going to do a quick start. So we're going to assume that I've already started the aircraft once today. And yes, I know you should not be able to engage the starter on both engines at the same time. So that is a bug. The developers are aware of it. I'm not sure where it stands on the list of things to be fixed. But for today, that's going to help us out because we're going to rock this thing. Yep. Oh, had it right. All right, prime's on. A-coal is on. Now we're just going to go ahead and go 1 to flight, 2 to flight. Let's go ahead and jump that mission back in. That looks fun. $128,350 on the ATIS. Alright, tower is going to be... What's that? 123,775. Good afternoon, Portland ground, November 145 Alpha Hotel at the Alert Barn. Information Lima had a sim crash, so we're going to try this again. Back to 1516 for 145 Alpha Hotel. One two three seven seven for Tower 145 Alpha Hotel. 1516. Afternoon, Portland Tower, November 145 Alpha Hotel, coming back from a catastrophic sim crash. So we're going to try this again. Request VFR to the southeast with flight following. Alright, departure to the south is at my own risk. Remain below 1500 and VFR. And I am ready to go when you are. Alright, so here we go. And we're going to go north up on that just so I don't get all confused. So, yep, we better. Roger that, appreciate it. Alright, so we'll just fly this little gap right here. Alright, over to center on 13545. Appreciate the help. Why am I not using my shortcuts? Oh man, I tell you what, I am having a hard time pressing the right buttons here. There we go. I wonder if it'll give me center on this. Probably not. No. So 1, 3, 5, 4, 5. I think, yep. And transfer. Seattle Center, November 145, Alpha Hotel, level 1400 feet. November 145 Alpha Hotel. Let's see here. Nope, I need NavD. Destination is about 19 miles to the southeast. I'm going to be doing some HEMS missions out there at low level, and then picking a hospital to take them back to. Appreciate it. 145 Alpha Hotel. So we're going to go ahead and bring this up to 2500 because that's what I filed. And I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and go heading mode and get a little bit better of a angle. For some reason, my vertical speed didn't pick up there, so I'm going to go ahead and bump it up. I think 500 feet a minute will do just fine. Go ahead and set us a airspeed here. We should be able to make 100. Hey, Lon, appreciate it. Stick around and see how that smoothness changes to something entirely different when I get into a hover. So I'm going to do the rescue via hoist when we get to it, and then I will do the hover. Now, why did my heading? That was weird. I'll do the hover by hand. So make things interesting. All right, looks like I see my CDI coming in. I'm within 1 dot, so I'll go ahead and couple, and that should set me up for a nice intercept. We'll bump it up to 110. Nope, wrong one. There we go. 10 knots. 10 knots to the tail. That's not terrible. That's doable. All right. Let's see. 8 minutes out, which is not a call out. I'm just saying we're 8 minutes out. And looks like I got plenty of power, so we're gonna bump this thing up to. Let's see if we can make 125. And that may just bring that down. Oh, there's 7 minutes. And still plenty of power. Let's go 130. Oof. That, okay. I'm glad we burned off a pound there because that was looking kind of ominous there for a second on that fuel. Oh, hell. Don't mind if I do. And just out of curiosity, nope. That'd be pretty cool if it would populate the traffic on here. How about weather? I can't quite tell. Oh, I forgot my SVS. I'm not going to activate it now because I have seen on more than one occasion where activating that SVS in flight causes it to crash. And oh, I did not do my check very good. We're just going to pretend like I did not have to close those guards. Oh, yeah. Not a whole lot of margin there, so I'm going to bump this back. And I think 130 should do nicely. Four minutes out. Now I will say there is some issues with the hoist, so I'm going to leave it off, and then I'm going to use the button on the screen here, which I still have not mapped, despite saying I was going to do it. But I'm going to use the button on the screen to initiate the hoist, and then it is all auto-controlled from there. The way it should actually work is en route at the 5 minutes out call, I would go on, and I would go hoist cable cut. I'd verify the cable cut, and then release it back to the on position, and we'd verify before we even got there that we had good hoist power and that everything was working properly. And then after that, it is up to this hero right here to operate the hoist, and he would do so using the hoist pendant, which is not modeled. But the vast majority of people who operate this don't care about that, don't know about it, and so it is not necessarily a priority. Alright, it's showing me 2 miles away from my destination, but I do not see smoke. Or a flare, anyway. Um, hmm. 4 miles should be somewhere in there. Oh, yep, there. I think that might be it right there. Eagle, yeah. Now I will say I think 2.0 does a little bit better on the overreaction of the autopilot. Now, if you're talking about your inputs, I would make sure that you are using the trim release properly, because if you're not using trim release, then it absolutely will buck on you pretty hard. This aircraft, the autopilots on it are very aggressive, so they if you fight against them, they fight back. Alright, looks like I do have a tailwind here, so I will swing around to the left. And we'll go ahead and knock out a high area recon here. Alright, looks like I got a tower. Oh, goodness, that is right at the base of a tower. That is... great place, guys. Great place to go and hurt yourself. So yeah, right at the base of a tower. I think I'll do it at about a 45, maybe a... We'll advise en route back to Portland for 145 Alpha Hotel. Alright, so I'll go ahead and slow it back to 60. And that wind keeps right on turning with me. Alright, so I'm going to do this one from pretty high up. I'm going to keep my keep the top of that tower at least level with the nose. Yep, Eagle, so I should have 300 feet of hoist cable on this thing. Oh, and what I didn't do is I should... Alright, so we'll go ahead and start the hoist. And let's see how low I've got to get. Oh, there's 500 feet there. Yep. This is definitely going to be a tricky one. I nose right up to it here. Looks like I might be able to get close enough. Oh, but I don't want to get too close, because that ends badly. And you can see right there on the tablet where it's giving me an indication of where I need to be. Looks about right there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. What in the world happened there? You know what, let's try coming down a little bit lower. That should be plenty of cable there. There we go. Alright, so we're just going to come up and back with the wind here, and I think that should do just fine. And we'll wait for them to bring that in. He paused after he said mock. I really thought he was going to do it. 1172 say mock. Mock? Alright. Looks like they are in and door is closed. So now we will look for a hospital. And let's just pick one. Oh, am I not? Okay, I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's just give it an altitude hold and an airspeed hold and a heading hold. And I don't need all that speed. Seattle Saturn, November Alpha or November 155 Alpha Hotel is inbound back to a hospital. Appears to be a couple miles south of the North Troutdale Airport. Eagle, are you using the autopilot or are you hand flying it when you're having the issues? 4 minutes out, and I tell you what I have not done at all throughout this flight is checked fuel. So we can do it one of two ways. We can check it here. Yeah, we're gonna have 530 pounds left when we get there, and that should still be plenty of fuel to get back to the airport. Alright, now it looks like I am flying straight into the wind. Yeah, Eagle, so you gotta have on this one, you pretty much have to have the autopilots on. Trying to fly this thing full manual without autopilots, unless you're talking about with the autopilots on, and then I would be curious on whether you are using trim release or not. It is absolutely essential that in this simulator, now the aircraft, you can override the springs and fly it with, it's just more workload, but it doesn't buck. But the actual simulator itself, if the way he's implemented the logic to try to get it as close as he can to the actual aircraft, if you attempt to fly it without using trim release, then eventually the autopilot's just going to get away from you. You're going to be fighting against them, and they're going to be fighting back, and it's not going to end well. So now I do have flight following, and it looks like this guy's flying right to me. So let's see if I get my warning. No, I can't tell what he's doing. But I tell you what, let's go ahead and let's turn my landing light on. Oh yeah, he's definitely flying straight to me. Looks like two of them. Alright, so there's my landing site. So we're going to go ahead and just shoot that one down. And it looks like down here the winds are shifting to the right. Over to Portland Tower for 5 Alpha Hotel. And I tell you what, let's just go ahead and engage GTCH here for a second, so that I can get a hold of tower. Yep, wrong button. Portland. Portland Tower, November 145 Alpha Hotel is landing assured at a helipad. Appears to be about 2 or 3 miles south of the Troutdale Airport, North Troutdale. 145 Alpha Hotel is landing assured at a helicopter. Appears to be about 2 miles south of the Troutdale Airport, North Troutdale. I'll be momentary on the ground, and then I'll be inbound back to Portland. Wilco 5 Alpha Hotel. Whoop, 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 whoop. Alright, so Eagle, if you're still with me, I am holding my trim release button right now the whole time. And just letting that aircraft come on down. And then I will not release that trim release button until I am full down on the ground. Now right here it gets kind of difficult to tell how high up you are. So part of my scan, I'm looking at my digital readout of the radar altimeter. There's 3, 2, 1, and left skid, right skid, front of the skid. Now that traffic call is actually for my dude right here. Now I have noticed there's times where he will just kind of stand back here. Yep, he's going to walk away this time. Alright, while he's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and snap a line back to Portland. And it does not appear that it worked. So we'll try it again. There it goes. There we go. Cabin is secure. Alright, mission complete. How about it? Alright, so here we go. So again, holding down trim release, coming up on the button, pulling power till the nose starts to slide slightly right. And then left pedal, and up we go. Alright, now we'll do a kind of like a Cat A style takeoff. Keeping that helipad in my chin bubble. Right up until I am well outside of height velocity. And handsomely into single engine flyaway, and that looks like it right there. Portland Tower, November 145 Alpha Hotel is off the helipad and inbound to Portland Tower, or Portland Airport. I'll go right back there to that same pad that I took off from. Oh, sorry about that. Yep, it will be the alert barn is what he called it. Hold up, because I am pretty sure. Remain south of 28 left extended. That spot that I'm going to is in between the two 28 left, 28 right. So do you want me to shoot an approach to? Actually, just I'll go to the Air National Guard ramp there. That'll work. I think you might have been confused about where I was taking off from then. All right, no problem. Straight to the guard ramp for 145 Alpha Hotel. Yeah, that swing back got me. I interrupted my approach to switch over to tower. It was kind of like a horrible time for them to call. Realistically, what I probably in real life would have done is go ahead and land and then call them after I've landed. But yeah, whatever. It's a sim. Oh, you know what? And I said that he pulled me from the wrong spot, but I think I was, now that I think of it, no, because I took off, yeah, I was at the GA ramp. We'll see here in a minute where I land back at, but I'm pretty sure I was at the GA ramp. That was my intention anyway. Looks like that guard ramp should be somewhere right in here. And I'm pretty sure I took off from somewhere over in here. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, once. It was the summer of '96. By golly, it looks like I was wrong. Because that looks a whole lot like where I took off from. I'm not gonna lie. And that is exactly where I took off from. All right, well, that wasn't too bad at all. I forgot to start my timer. Oh, I tell you what, I'll cut them down at 15 seconds because I guarantee I spent at least 15 seconds shutting everything down. So, all right, so there we go. That was a 36-minute flight going out to the rescue site, picking them up, bringing them back to a hospital, and bringing them back. And that was all in Vatsim. So that was a first for me. I haven't. Well, I tried it the other night and it didn't go anywhere near that smooth. I decided to use LA as my initial uh, attempt. And LA has helicopter routes, and I suggest that you not try to study helicopter routes at a busy airport after you have been given your clearance, because that makes the tower mad. So, all right, well, let me know what you guys think, and uh, that was good fun. Thanks whoever suggested that. That was I hadn't really thought about doing that, but that actually turned out to be kind of fun. So, until next time.